Hey preppers, how you doing? Rich lying down here in the bunker. It is Wednesday, so it must be time for your tip of the week. Hey, this week's tip of the week is all about ammo, and the reason I picked ammo is it's really hard to get. And I really want to impress upon all of you that obviously ammo is important, but having the right amount of ammo is also important. As you can tell, I've got a few cans down here behind me, which I'll talk about. And if I move over, you can see even more cans over there. But here's the deal. Most of you don't have the luxury like I do because you don't work for a range. Over the 4 years that I've worked at the range, I've probably picked up about 4,000, maybe 5,000 rounds of ammo that people drop. So thank you, keep dropping it. I really appreciate that. But this is all, here is all ammo that I purchased over the years and I use. But the thing I want to talk about is the tip of the week. You're going to split your ammo into basically three types of ammo that you're going to purchase: hunting, training, and self-defense. The question is, everybody always asks, well, how much ammo should I have? Should I have 1,000 rounds per firearm? Should I have 10,000 rounds? Should I have 20,000 rounds? Remember, ammo's very heavy, and unless you plan on sheltering in place and fighting off an army, I don't think you need 10,000 rounds, but that's just my personal opinion. If you want 10,000 rounds, go for it. Here's an example that I found on the internet, and I didn't even know this. Typical infantry soldier for the day loads up with about 210 rounds of 5.56 and anywhere right around 45 rounds of either 9mm or 45, depending on the sidearm that he carries. For the specific reason that it is very heavy, and I'm sure that they carry in their vehicles, they have, you know, extra boxes of ammo and stuff like that in case they get into a sticky wicket, shall we say. But that's what the typical soldier carries because of weight and how much they're going to use. So if that's good enough for the soldier, it's probably good enough for us to use as a basic starting point. So for hunting, hunting small game and stuff like that, obviously you're going to use 22. I would have a lot of 22 on hand because 22 can also be used for training when you go to the range. If you're lucky enough to be able to have a 22, basically the same modern style that you have. If you're a Glock lover, if you have a 17 and 19, or even some of the smaller ones, 26s or 48s or 43s, consider a 44, which is a 22. Same trigger, same handle, same everything that you've already got, but pennies around. Pennies, and you guys all know this. For hunting, it's great. For small game and stuff like that, obviously, everyone should have a 22 rifle, either a foldable backpack one or one for long distance, because 22s are pretty accurate for a pretty good distance. 22s are also good if you're going to train somebody, your wife, your kids, your neighbor, to learn how to shoot and stuff like that, because you can go through a lot of rounds training somebody, which is really good. Self-defense, how much self-defense do you need? I have about 250 rounds of self-defense for each caliber that I have, but that's just because I pick some up at the range, and I get it cheap from here and there. Employee discount is always nice. Also, going back to hunting, large caliber, if you want to bring down big game, you're probably not going to need a lot. I have about 250 rounds of 30-30, and I have, because the only 308 I have is a hunting rifle. So I think I have 200 rounds of 308. Haven't purchased a AR in 308 yet. Thinking about it. So it's always nice to have a little extra firepower. Let's talk about storage. As you can tell, these are all stored in plastic or metal cans. Why? Why should they be stored in plastic or metal cans and kept in a dry location? The crimp between the casing and the bullet is pretty watertight. Bullets aren't designed to be watertight. But what you have to think about is where the primer is attached to the casing is not watertight. It's not watertight at all. That's why if you see some military grade ammo, you'll see that the bottom is shellacked, and that seals it. So that works out to give them a little extra storage because they're all out in all kinds of weather, high humidity, rain, walking through rivers and stuff like that. You know, so you want to make sure that you keep your ammo stored in good cans. But that brings up reloading, or actually acquiring ammunition. You can get it from, you know, the stores like where I work, or Bass Pro or Cabela's. You can also buy it bulk online. I always suggest bulk online because it's from regular manufacturers and you can get it in large quantities. Gun shows, you can get stuff from gun shows, especially if you're a reloader. You can get a lot of this stuff from gun shows, and then especially with your gunpowder, you're not paying a hazardous material shipping fee to ship those supplies to your home. I steer away from, unless you know the guy and you have, and the bullets you get from him are, how shall I say, work well with your firearm. I steer away from reloads, from buying at the gun stores, gun shows, but that's up to you. Also, reloading. If you reload, you can shellac your own shells too, the bottom. It's always a good idea to do that. Splitting up your ammo, as you can tell, I've got like 12 gauge 22, 223, 556, 45, and 9 in different cans. But I also have a mixed box, all right? And if you notice, there's a tag. It's tagged in red, which we'll talk about the tagging system sometime soon. Mixed ammo, grab and go. That has every single caliber that you need. It's easy, it's quick, it's not that super heavy, because you're not going to take all this other stuff with you. You're just not. There's no need to. All right, so splitting out your ammo. Besides this, splitting up your supply of ammo, you want some at home. You want to put some in your bug out bag. If you have a survival location like a cottage or whatever, get some ammo there. Along the way, you can make caches and put ammo in that. But another way to do it is if shit hits the fan and you gotta leave, but you're gonna come back, and you don't know if your stuff's inside your home still gonna be here, bury it in watertight ammo cans inside watertight cases from Plano or even Yetis, which are super watertight, buried in your backyard. Doesn't have to be very big because ammo doesn't take up much space, but also put some water in there and some energy bars and stuff like that in that, and buried in your backyard, you know, and then you've got it. Just, you know, prepping, thinking outside the box. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? That's it. So that's ammo, and buy it now. We don't get it very often at the range. It's hard to come by. It's hard to come by at online. You can find it here and there. It used to be 22s you couldn't find. You find plenty of 22s right now and specialty ammo, but you can't find 9, 45, 556, 223. It's just hard to come by. If you can find it, buy it. That's the time to buy it, when you see it. Don't go, next paycheck. Buy it now and have it. Store it so you got it. I don't need to look for it. I've got it. I've been buying it all along. And remember, you're going to keep training, so you need to have your training ammo, a good supply of that. But that's it. That's the tip of the week for the first Wednesday of July already. Wow. Or is it the second Wednesday? I don't know. I forget. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you, subscribers. Appreciate all of you from the very first one to the 494th one. We appreciate that. But like we always say, always be aware of your surroundings at home, at work, at play, and on vacation. Also, have enough supplies on hand, ammo too, to last 72 hours and up to 30 days if best, especially water. Other than that, prep like your life depends on it. Hope you guys have a real good week, because if you plan and you prep, you will save a life. Yours, your family's, or your dog's. Hey, take care. See you next week.